you. Okay, this is the perfect time to do this, and it could also just be my opinions on things. So, how to win pressure as a solo laner? You have to play off your power spike. So with teleport, just make sure that you're teleporting with your power spike. And if you have a power spike over them, like example, more power or more defense, then play super aggressive. And also, obviously, it depends a lot on the matchup. So, how do I build a house of pretzel sticks and mayonnaise? You get a house of or you get pretzels and get some mayonnaise, and you just throw them together. What's your least favorite color, and why is it yellow? It might be yellow actually. Maybe orange. I don't really like the color orange. Shoe size, I'm a 10.5, like 11. Do you think the new katana is viable? Yeah, I do. I think it's good on, it's only good in jungle in my opinion, and it's good on gods that are going to hyper farm and rely on their auto attacks to clear. So Bakasura, Mercury, of course, is the main one, Arachne, possibly Fenrir, some of these other gods. Fenrir because you want to keep your runes up for, so you don't want to use your abilities on camp, so that will help a lot with him. Best SPL pro play and team for you, other than you/yours. SPL pro, do you mean player? Yeah, you meant player. SPL pro player, best player, probably NA, Baskin, and EU adapting. Jake's the best support NA, yeah, for sure. My opinion, yeah. Wasn't a question. Can Berserker be good on assassins? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of assassins that have cleave autos, like Camazotz, Ratatasker, Neja, Thanatos. Like a lot of these guys all have cleave autos, so it's obviously going to be good on them. And I do think it is good on them because I think it's really only good on gods that do have cleave autos. So those characters that are assassins, and then of course the characters that have cleave autos, Erlang, Bologna, Cyrus, and even Nike as a warrior, I think it's good on them. So yeah. When should I build more hybrid items in solo? It depends on your character. Like for example, a lot of the characters you build hybrid items on are mainly damage. Like for example, we'll just take Camazotz for example. You build a lot of hybrid on him because he is all damage. The only CC he has in his kit and the way he contributes to his team is to do damage. So if you build hybrid on him, you can still be pretty tanky in frontline, but also one-shot their carries. That's an example of an assassin doing it. Most of the assassins you do want to build it on, and even most of the warriors right now you want to build hybrid on, except for a few. Like I don't think you would do it on Ama or maybe some of these other characters. I think most of them you would build hybrid on. Maybe Bologna you wouldn't. She does enough damage anyway, and her build path looks a little bit different. But right now, building full tank isn't as good because you still get one shot and you don't contribute much. So building like a bruiser build in solo is actually pretty good, especially on the physical characters. On the magical characters, it's not as good. What is good on Fen and Baka? I was talking about the new katana in jungle. Looking for a good bruiser build for assassins in solo, something like Nem or Thanatos. Feel you need a little power to stay alive, but not liking prots. Yeah, I can do that real quick. So for Thanatos, we'll do something like Warrior Tabi. I'm not going to go over the start. This is just for the overall build because it seems like that's what you wanted. Glad Shield. Void Shield, depends on what their physical. If they have a magical jungler, you should go Runic Shield there, but if not, then you can go Void Shield, then you can go Runic Shield. You can also even go Ansile, and then whatever you want last item. Could be Mantle, it could be plenty of things. But you have a lot of sustain in your kit. Oh, it's down there, it's whatever. You have a lot of sustain in your kit. You don't have the most amount of health in this build because you only get 150 here and then 100 here. But you can sell your Gladiator Shield late game for another health item, like possibly even like Midgardian or like a Sovereignty. And I think this would be a pretty good build. This would be your late build. You still do a lot of damage with this build, especially mid-game. You're going to be hitting it as hard as like most characters would, building full damage. So, is Vamana a bad character? Yo, Sheep Life, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Sorry, I got to answer that question. Is Vamana a bad character? Yeah, he's a bad character. Do I like Jeff Hinley? Yeah, I love Jeff Hinley. He's a really good support, good player, and a really nice guy. Really cool. I'm glad he's part of the Smite scene. What do you think of Baron Solo with a build of all the staffs, Mana Shoes, and Spear of the Magus? Wait, what? All the staffs? Oh, you mean like Genoviso, Ethereal Staff, Warlocks, and stuff like that, and Rada's good. Yes, that's probably not too bad. Yeah, investing too much on health, and their ADC is going to one-shot you with this kin size build. So it's probably not that great, but it might be fun in casuals and sometimes in ranked, especially if their ADC isn't hitting you or isn't a good ADC. It's OP on Guan Yu. What's up, Cyclone? Yeah, it actually is. Everything's OP on Guan Yu, though, dude. He's just OP. Okay, what's the best advice without giving away strats you've gotten from an SPL SML teammate? That's a tough one. That's something I have to think about because I don't know off the top of my head. Do you think Berserkers is better than Gladiators? No, I don't think so. But best advice I've ever gotten was probably to just be greedy and push waves. I think I got that from Andinster. I think when I was teaming with him, he like pressured me into like pushing my wave more often and being more greedy and like letting the team like do their thing while I like gain farm. And I think that's one of the best. I know it's kind of obvious, but in some situations where you don't know like as a solo laner when to rotate or whether or not your team needs you and like you still need your farm, most of the time you should just stay in farm and push your wave, and pushing waves is the most important thing. That's basically it. Just pushing your waves is the most important thing probably I've learned. Berserker shield on Izanami? No, it doesn't. It only procs once, Sam. You troll. Alright, good night, Ashes. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate it. Take care, bud. Thanks again, Sheep. Welcome. We ever consider uploading scrims? No. I mean, unless like down the road everybody starts doing it, like nobody cares, I'm never gonna do that because it would just give away too many things. Like way too many things. Especially like maybe it wouldn't give away as much if like you upload it like weeks after you play a certain team or something like that, or after LAN, but for the most part it's just too like private and you learn too much from it. Who's the best coach? Coaches are worthless. Which SPL player would you make the best caster? Would make the best caster? SPL player would make the best caster. I had to look at the list of SPL players. Off the top of my head, I think Mike's pretty good because he adds a lot of fun to the cast and he can stay on top of it pretty well, I think, just from what I've seen. And I think Zap's pretty good as well. He's pretty professional and he knows a lot about the game and he's been playing it for so long, so I think those are pretty good. From NA, and then from EU, I would say, I think when I've watched Trix Tank was pretty good at casting because he also added some fun and knows a lot about the game, obviously, and it's really good. And he's pretty charismatic, so that's good. And then Emilzy, I think, would be like a good analyst. I don't know about casting, but he'd definitely be a good analyst. My Jingwei main? No, I hate Jingwei. Oh, so Andy is to blame, yeah. Anyone know if Berserker Shield works on certain passive? No, certain passive is considered an ability, I think, but it does not proc it. And it's not even considered an ability because it doesn't proc Cloud Shield, so it's just like its own thing. It does not work like that. You used the game months ago? Yeah, I mean, you just still learn a lot about like people's thought processes and like how they play and like what you value, especially if you hear their comms and like picks and bans and stuff. Do you think the SPL team should scrim more than one other team? Yeah, definitely. I think it's pretty rough to scrim lock, but it depends as well. So, yeah. If coaches are worthless, we can tell based on NA's picks and bans. Kappa, no Kappa. No. Coaches aren't worthless. I was just trolling. PBM and Aurora were so great. The All-Star thing, yeah, they're really good. I think they've done it before. I know Mike has, and Aurora has as well. Yeah, they've both done it before. So, PMS from EU, that's true. Nika for his silky smooth voice. Yeah, Nika would probably be pretty good as well. Maybe Twig. Twig wouldn't be bad as either. He knows a lot about the game and also has a good voice. I wonder if he can like keep up in the cast and stuff. It just depends on how well they can like keep the conversation going and you know, being consistent with their speech during the cast. What's up, Jugan? How are you? Here to smell my flowers? Smell away. We got a minute 30 left. Any last minute questions? With Twiggy under IRL. Welcome to the, what does he say? Welcome to the twig tree or something? When he gets a sub on his stream. Can Sam cast games so he can call people dude? Dude. That's what this is my Sam impression, ready? Dude, are you kidding me? World's prediction. I think Energy Digger gonna be pretty big contestants from EU, and then us and United from NA. What's the least viable class? Warriors. Warriors are probably the least viable class right now. Hey, come on. Uncanny impression. I can do it better. I'm kind of just messing around, I promise. Nice Q&A, awesome stuff, but gotta get some sleep. All right, Jack of Ace, I appreciate it, man. Take care. Have a good night. Bloodthorn, I must buy. Situational. Bloodthorn. Wait, what the heck is Bloodthorn? Paul, are you trolling? Does first pick generally mean that they are best player? It means that they're top elo. I'd say that Actually, at this level, I do not think it means that. No, I don't think it means that most of the time. But in general, like especially on lower levels, I would say that yeah, it probably means that they're one of the better players on the team. I don't know about the best. You can never really tell. It's also a weird thing to say. What's your favorite meta? That's a good question. Maybe the last season's meta. I think it was pretty fun, even though it wasn't really solo lane. Kind of like it. Bloodthorn Hammer? Do you mean Blackthorn Hammer, Apollo? No, it's not a must buy, but it's a decent item on warriors and assassins that use a lot of mana and are ability based. It's 450 health, so 450 health is pretty much good on anyone, but it's more viable on those gods. Some blue Kong, take mana BB, yeah. I do like when solos could hard carry, but